Here today with Rob Freeman. Rob served our country. What branch of the military did you serve in?
United States Army.
From what year to year?
From 1981 all the way up to 2003.
Wow. Big time. Career.
Over 21 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. What made you want to enlist?
I didn't want to go to school anymore.
Yeah?
So I enlisted straight out of high school. Yeah. I said, I'm tired of books. I'm tired of studying. I want to do stuff that's what they used to call FTA, Fun, Travel, and Adventure.
Yeah.
They got another acronym for it, but we won't talk about that.
That's great. So you are part of what is called the Veteran Center, correct?
Yeah, I'm actually the outreach specialist for the Springfield Vet Center, which you, instead of think of an animals, it's for veterans.
Yeah.
What they do there is readjustment counseling for combat veterans and any military sexual trauma vet. They also do bereavement counseling for any family that loses a veteran on active duty. And they're a lot different than VA, even though they're a part of VA, because they are what's called RCS, Readjustment Counseling Services. So if you come into our facility, we don't share our information with the rest of VA unless you specifically ask us to do so, and that can be done. We've got 4 therapists that work there, different varieties, and they're really good. So what they do is the groundwork in actually helping people recover. Everything from anger management, PTSD. They do family and marriage therapy counseling.
That's
They pretty
awesome.
cover a hard gambit of mental health counseling, again, for combat vets and military sexual trauma vets.
So if it's a guy that served 20 years ago that just one day wakes up and is like, I need help, and didn't look for it 20 years when he got out, he could come in as a veteran and seek you guys out, correct?
Yeah, we've been open since 2009, and we've seen everybody from World War I,
Wow.
World War II, Vietnam, Panama, Grenada, Afghanistan, Persian Gulf, almost every single one of the campaign wars that we've participated in.
Yeah, and that's a kind of a recurring theme that we've always come back to in this is support. And some people have been very lucky that I've met over the last year and a half that have a really good, strong support system and family, and friends. But then you've got guys that don't have anything. They signed up because they were getting out of a broken home, or they were on the run and they had to get out. And then they get out of the military and they're back to where they were.
Yeah, back to scratch zero.
But they've got all this stuff that they need help dealing with. So if someone was in that position, how would they start? Just walk in, see you guys, or?
Mostly what's preferred is give us a phone call, and I can give you all the information or say it online here. The phone number for the Springfield Vet Center is 881-4197.
Okay.
You can call and just make an appointment, say you're a combat vet, or just say that you really want to see a counselor, and we'll make you an appointment. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And if you're in crisis, then by all means walk in. But we got 4 counselors to handle an area that goes to the state line on the south, west, all the way up to Sedalia, and all the way over to St. Roberts. So there's a large community that tries to use the facility. So the best way is to call and make an appointment. But if you're in crisis, by all means, just walk through the door.
Yeah. It's
and sometimes for, like Vietnam vets and other combat vets, especially what we call OEF and the OIF, the Afghanistan and Iraq vets, they don't want to be labeled. You're not going to get labeled with us because we're in a strip mall in the Kickapoo corners. So, one, there's not a lot of people watching that anyway. One of the hardest things for them to do is just walk through that door threshold to admit that they need help or they could use help. They could just use it as a mental checkup.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm doing things that don't seem right to me. What do you think?
Yeah.
And go from there. I mean, about 8 years ago, that's what I did. I walked into a place and my battle buddies weren't doing certain things, and I was. So, walked through the door and said, "Hey, I might have some issues. You tell me." And it's, if you're dealing with PTSD, a lot of times I'll explain it like diabetes. If you got type 2 diabetes, you get educated, you change your diet a little bit, you watch your insulin levels. It can be really, really manageable and barely noticeable in your daily life. You can do the same thing with PTSD in most cases. You just got to stay on top of it. And if you do, it hardly interrupts whatever you're doing. And our counselors can help you get to that point.
That's cool. And we were talking a little bit before we started about this. If you guys are on the counseling side, but if there are services that a veteran needs outside of that, whether it be health or stuff like that, home care, you guys would help with that as far as getting them in the right direction they need to go. So it'd be a good place to start with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do that. You could call and ask a question. Hey, I'm trying to apply for health benefits, and we'll refer you to the people in this area that actually do that.
That's cool.
And that's everything from, like, if you're homeless, you can call us and say, hey, I'm getting ready to be homeless. I am homeless. I've got nowhere to go. I'm a veteran. Where do I go? And we would connect you with the homeless veteran coordinator that's in the area.
What's amazing to me is so many of you guys and ladies, after you get out, how you guys turn around and just serve back. It might not be in the military, but you're serving your veterans and your brothers and sisters in the military, which it's amazing to see that. What made you want to get involved with the Veteran Center?
Some of it was by chance, and some of it was by design. I graduated school and wanted to do something after a career. Mm-hmm. Went to school and graduated with a business degree, and just met somebody who was looking for somebody like me to fulfill the management position at the Vet Center. First, I didn't even know who they were, what they did. Then I got educated. I said, about the easiest people for me to talk to is other veterans, because I have a commonality.
Yeah.
Like I said, I spent 21 years. I spent 2 in the Signal Corps, 4 in the infantry, and 12 in special forces, and 2 years as a drill sergeant. So if you were in the military, Air Force, Army, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard, it's easiest to start up or strike up or have a conversation with you because we already share things.
Yep.
So just on that alone drove me to actually want the position and then like it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for coming with me today. Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your continued service to helping our veterans. It's very important, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
And I got to say it, 104.7 rocks.
Thanks, man.
The Cave. Thanks, Mike.